How are you guys doing? So as of today, you will guys get let me see how many is it. One, two, three. I think it's four. What's it called? Um, these are serums. Yeah. You will get three more besides these serums, reviews, and clearly, I decided to go with the worst one. Just personal experience, nothing crazy. Let me see, do I feel like one of these are open? No, it's not. So now, nothing too crazy. It didn't really affect my skin, and neither one of these four products. Now it's just something else. I think nothing to do really with having a negative reaction, even though I highly always recommend every time I talk about skincare and hair care products is to make sure that you look at all the reviews, but more specifically to those who have similar hair texture, hair situations and stuff like that, and skin care similar to yours. If your hair is curly, then obviously you want to focus or get a review on somebody who has curly hair already. But then obviously this goes into more depth of if their hair is damaged or it used to be damaged or it's falling out. Same thing if they're wavy, fine hair, whatever the case may be, list goes on. And then the same thing applies to skincare as well. You want to get from somebody who has either dry skin. If your skin is dry, obviously you want to make sure that, obviously sometimes some people just say that they assume that their skin is or hair is a certain type or way. But obviously you want to make sure, like, at least do a couple of reviews if you can beforehand. If not, and you just bought something because it was there, then obviously you want to test drive it first, either on your neck or a small patch first, just to see how those products will react. Now, in this case, I honestly did not really use more on the sense of this in general, the serum for me personally, since I have on a drier kind of sensitive skin, so the serum in general, when I started using it during the pandemic, it kind of leveled up a bit with moisturizing my dry, somewhat sensitive skin. Just more of like a moisturizing level, and even kind of helped with the foundation application to a certain extent. Now this one, there's part 1 to it and the part 2. Both are facial serums. One is coconut flower, the other is cranberry lily. I honestly never smelled it, but they both are from Macy's Backstage. Honestly, I ain't doing no more Macy's Backstage reviews because majority, not all, you can see my other 2 products that I got my reviews from, that I will be doing reviews, I should say, are from Backstage. They both are better than this, but I've done one face mask and one lip mask review from there as well not too long ago, and it wasn't really that good for me to even go buy it again. Hence, a majority of the time you will see Backstage more of okay products for the most part. So in both, I normally bought this thinking that it's like part 1, part 2, so you're basically using both of them one after the other. However, in the directions, it doesn't really say anything about that. So yeah, it just says to put it on, like, put a few drops, like a small amount, and then put it on your face, your neck, chest area, obviously, especially if you are going to be doing a deep neck, and any desired place on your skin. Now, like for example, like the hands, feet, elbow, knees. Now here is where the issue begins. Now I'm going to have to put this down somewhere so I can actually use this for you guys. So hold on. Okay, so I just kind of realized I'm recording and I didn't even press the record button. So going all into, and as you can, I don't know if you can tell, like, there you go. See, I already did my first part. Now I have to redo the whole thing again. But what I was trying to say is, this is normally you're not supposed to, okay, so it is a skin method, as I mentioned. I forgot to mention earlier in my other video before recording the whole thing, and it didn't record. Number one is distress, moisturize, distress, and the other one is repair, soothe. My main issue really is the one thing with this for the most part, obviously, because other than that, I haven't seen much of a difference yet. Normally the serums I have used so far, the only plus thing I would say for the most part right now, it kind of does hydrate my skin, but I haven't seen more of a long-term effect yet. And normally, from what I personally think, me using serums is just more for like more moisturizing skin and more kind of hydration skin, because my skin is kind of more towards the drier side. It's not extremely dry how some people have like the ashy skin basically. And the other one is repair, soothe. Now honestly speaking, in terms of de-stress, I don't know if it's just de-stressing the skin in general or actually making you feel de-stressed. Honestly, it kind of does moisturize my skin. Repair, soothe. Now repair, soothe, I feel like it does kind of soothe out the skin, but repairing itself, I wouldn't say that. But it does the moisturizing part. So that's one thing. Now the one thing that, let me start off with I have both the issues is, now this is the pump, obviously, as you can tell. Let me try to take it. So normally what happens is that 9 times out of 10 is that whenever I try to squeeze it in, the product itself, it actually feels as if that it does go in but it doesn't come out. And sometimes it feels like the bubbles are already coming out, and then that extremely rare occasions it will come out. So see, you can tell like that's the bubbles right there. Right at this time you want to squeeze it again. Let's see if this time it comes out. See. Alright, and the other thing is that when I put it back in, 9 times out of 10 again, it feels like the product is coming out on the side. So that's just another thing what happens. So what I would normally do is, I'm not gonna put on the back of my palm of this hand now, because I kind of did already use it and it will defeat the purpose. So I will use my palm, honestly speaking. So that's what I would do for the most part, and then kind of like rub it in. So it is pretty thick, as you can tell. It does kind of make it look like your skin is oily. And once you first initially put it on, it kind of has that feel cold. It's almost like a cold cream to a certain extent. Now, sometimes what I would do is, they say that normally you just have to put it on when it doesn't dry up on your skin, like additional process afterwards that should come up. I'm not going to put on my fingers because I do have to rub it on this hand as well. So yeah, the other product I mean. So I mean, it is, but the thing is, I feel like it's kind of sticky. I haven't fixed my nails yet. I said yesterday I was gonna do it today, but tomorrow's Friday, so I might as well just do it tomorrow. But it kind of, not a lot sticky, but especially on the fingers it feels kind of sticky. On the hands it's less sticky, but it still kind of feels sticky, and on my face it actually does feel sticky. So I think the major thing really in my case is more or less just the pump and the texture of it, really. See, another bubbles right there. So same issue with that pump. And a lot of times, 9 out of 10 times, it feels like a lot of it came up, so I do have to kind of put a little bit on. I don't normally put it on my cheeks, my forehead, nose, chin, the area below the chin right away, all of it at the same time. I just start with the same area, just in case if the process is a little bit too much, then at least I can spread it over to other areas of my face and just use a little bit extra depending on where I actually need it. So yeah, and this is kind of feels, I wouldn't say the word to be greasy, this one specifically, but again, it's, I don't know. So this is just kind of a weird feeling to it. Again, more of on a greasy. It's not like I said. It's not really a greasy feeling, but it kind of has that texture of a greasy feeling. And honestly, I don't like those type of feelings. Honestly speaking, where it's kind of sticky, greasy feeling. Obviously, once I put in like, the lotion and stuff like that, it does kind of calm down to a certain extent. But obviously, I just don't want that in the beginning. And then now it's kind of feeling a little bit sticky-ish to a certain extent. Um, but honestly speaking, just the way how the texture of it itself feels and the pump of it is definitely not my go-to. The others actually feel a lot better are a lot better, I should say, in terms of the pump itself. These ones, um, I honestly never had issues with these pumps, but for some weird reason, the skin method, the pump is a little bit more of an issue. I don't know if it has anything to do with it be slightly cold in the beginning or anything like that. And the thing is that inside my house right now, it's not really cold for it to make it feel cold inside the bottle. It's just an initial reaction in the beginning when you put on your skin, which I'm actually kind of okay with. Nothing of a big deal to me. But then that few, like that minute or two of that weird feeling um on the skin, honestly I don't really leave it on for a minute or two before I put the next part. I put the next part right away. But realistically speaking, I just kind of feel it being a little bit weird. I'm gonna have my friend, or well, actually, he's more of like a long distant cousin or whatever. I am planning on doing my first reviews of these well, 5 products technically, including this being 2. Um, so, however, I'm gonna have her do the review of all of these 5 serums, 4.5, whatever. In one shot, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm gonna put this on you. Just tell me how it feels, the texture, all that stuff. I most likely gonna do it on Christmas Day, and I'm just gonna post it the same day, I guess. Um, or probably the Christmas Eve night. We will be definitely seeing each other Christmas Day and the day after. We don't celebrate Christmas, so it's for me. It's not for us. It's not really a big deal. Um, for us to post on day, but I know for others it is. There are a lot of other people who don't celebrate Christmas, so for them it's a plus, I guess. I don't know. I just want somebody else besides me to give their opinion depending on their skin type. Her skin is somewhat sensitive as well, but I'm just gonna have her say it herself what exactly her skin type that she believes it is and what I see her skin type to be as. And then that final review is that I'm definitely not going to buy this again. There are a lot more better products out there, and there is these 3 other products. I'm gonna say 2 to 3 because the third one is a bit. You guys will know why. I may or may not like on the bridge with that right now, but with these, it's just how the bottle itself and how it is, the pumps and everything. That is what irks me more than the actual product itself. Hence, like honestly speaking, a lot of people say it's just really the product itself that you should be worried about. But for me, honestly speaking, if something is making it a little bit more difficult than it should be, then I might as well not use it. I'm just gonna go for the alternative, which is not giving me a problem and it's doing its job. And again, like I said, the stickiness, the greasiness, kind of that feeling that I get for a few minutes or like up to a minute kind of feeling sensation that I get, it's definitely not really worth it for me. I would rather get something that doesn't give me that feeling. So like for me personally speaking, the skin moisturizing and the steps that I'm doing is actually a lot more worth than what it should be. I know the price is relatively on the lesser end, which is like $5 each. But honestly speaking, there has been products out there that are relatively on this side of the price range and does wonders. But realistically, still, for skin method, the price range is pretty much accurate because I'd rather not buy it again though. The good thing is that I can still continue using it during the pandemic. So yeah. Other than that, eventually at some point I will be doing more reviews. If you guys want me to do reviews at some point, something that I could do. If it's something that's not my skin type or hair care type, I'll bring it up. But go ahead, comment down below if you want me to. Other than that, I will be linking both my Instagram pages down below. Make sure to follow them, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, the thumbs up, and I'll be back for more. Stay safe and stay tuned, guys.